Hi guys, so today's video is all about these bad boys. It's all about brushes today. I thought I would show you some of my favourite brushes and what I love using. Unfortunately they're all dirty because I was going to have like a marathon cleaning session before I started this video, or like the night before, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to film a tutorial. I'm just gonna like, obviously I want them to be like nice and pretty for you to see, but realistically I use them all the time, so they're gonna be dirty. So I thought, sod it, I'm just gonna do the video anyway. So I was gonna like pick 5 and then I couldn't choose 5. So I ended up picking more than 5. I have about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 brushes to show you, which is quite a lot. But you know, I can't like not show you everything I love. So I'm gonna get started because I feel like this video is gonna be really long. But first of all, I'm gonna start with this bad boy that I've got in my hand. This is a Real Techniques powder brush. I kind of just bought this on a whim because every blogger seemed to be going on about it, saying it was amazing at putting powder on. But then I saw a while ago, it was quite a while ago actually, it was like mid last year sometime, there was, if you bought, I think Boots were doing like this amazing offer of if you bought a brush set or something like, or a brush or like any kind of accessories for makeup, you got the second one half price, or you bought 2, you got 1 for free. It was like a really amazing deal. So I think I actually got this or the blush brush for free or something like that. It was really amazing deal. So I actually just bought it. I didn't really need it, but I just thought, you know what, if I'm buying all the other collections at the time, I just thought this one would fill the gap kind of thing of the deal. So I bought it and I was just like, this is such a nice brush. It's so soft and it's just, the powder goes on amazing. It's just, I wish I kind of knew about Real Techniques before I kind of invested so much money in MAC and things like that, because MAC is really expensive, but Real Techniques is so affordable for anyone. Anyone can get Real Techniques if they want to. But yeah, this brush is really nice. It's great for powder, as I just said, but you can use it for bronzer or, you know, things like that. But I really love it for powder. For foundation brushes, I kind of have 2 favourites. I do have another favourite, but I'm not going to show you it. But it's because it's quite similar to one of these brushes. And again, they're Real Techniques brushes. First brush is the buffing brush. This is kind of like a cult favourite for applying your foundation. I love this for foundation. It's really good. Puts it on evenly and just, you look flawless after using it. I find this is quite good for kind of a thin foundation. For example, Match Perfection by Rimmel is quite a watery foundation. I find this puts on really well. But if I was going to say put on my Chanel Matte Lumiere, which is quite a thick consistency, I would use this one, which is the Expert Face Brush, because it's more dense than, I'm just putting everything down because I'm going to drop everything. It's much more dense. This is quite solid on the end. It still has a bit of movement, but it's just more compact and solid, whereas the buffing brush is quite, you can move it quite a lot, and these are both dirty because I actually just used this one from this tutorial that I just filmed. But for foundation, these brushes are amazing. I do have a stippling brush, but I just find myself reaching for the buffing brush much more than, say, the stippling brush. I sometimes find the stippling brush, the ends get a little bit, they get stuck together and it kind of is a bit streaky. But much prefer these because they're just amazing. And this you can buy on its own, the Expert brush, you can buy on your own, but on its own, not on your own. But the buffing brush comes in the core set, which you get all the face brushes, and you also get this brush as well, which I'm going to show you, which is the contour brush. I really love this brush. Again, it's great for, I don't really use it for contouring. I actually use it sometimes for foundation, just like circular motions, putting on the foundation. But sometimes I use it when I'm using powder under my eyes, and I just put it on like this because it just fits in that crease. Not in the crease, in that kind of gap really well. So I really like that for that kind of area there. But yeah, I do sometimes use it for cream blusher as well, because that's really good for just applying it just on the apples of your cheek, which is really good. For blusher, I love using the Real Techniques blush brush, but I thought I've mentioned Real Techniques too much in this video. I do love that brush, but there are some others that I find just a little bit better. And one brush which you've probably not heard of before, it's by a company called BH Cosmetics, and it looks like this. You can get them in red handles as well, but I chose the natural wood effect. But it's such a pretty, not pretty, is that a word for brush? It's a really nice brush, and it's quite a flat brush. But I just find it applies my blush and bronzer really, really just brilliantly. I really, really like it, and they're pretty inexpensive, these brushes. They come in a really big set, and just a really, really great brush, and they're pretty inexpensive, but they're from the US only, unfortunately, so you have to mail order them. Another brush that I really like is the contour, no, not contour brush, this is an angled brush. This is the MAC 3, I don't know what number this is, it's worn off, but I don't know what number. I'll put a little number here just to let you know. But I really love this brush for applying bronzer into the contour area of your face and down your nose a little bit, but mostly for blush. I really, really love it, and I like the angle of it. It's just, you can also like just use this bit here if you wanted to do highlighting. It's a really great brush. Another brush that I like for highlighting, but I've actually used it for foundation recently, so it's a bit orangey, is the Sigma F55 brush. I know MAC have the same brush as well. I have the Sigma version. I really love this for applying highlighter onto your cheeks, but as I said, I use it for foundation as well. I tend to sometimes use this when I'm using my what's it called? It is the Sheer Glow by NARS. I find that's very good for this one. I find this brush is very good for that foundation, so I say it kind of works really well. But yeah, I like it because it's quite light, and if you want to apply highlighter to your cheeks, it's quite kind of light and feather-like on your face, which is really, really nice. Now for eye brushes, I have quite a few. I'm just going to show you. I have this lot of brushes. First of all, I have this MAC T17 brush. I love this brush. It's kind of, if I had to pick like brushes to take with me and never come back home again, I would probably have this brush in my collection. It's a great all-rounder. It's great for doing contouring around your nose. It's great for applying powder under your eyes, which I tend to use this for, or for applying a crease colour on your eyelids, which is really, really great. So if you really wanted to splash out on a brush, I would say this MAC one, this 217, is probably the it brush for me. For applying concealer under my eyes, it has to be the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. Obviously this is technically an eyeshadow brush, but I've never actually used it for eyeshadow. I only ever use it for cream concealer under my eyes or around my nose or wherever I need to apply it. But it's generally this brush that I use. I did actually have another one. I lost that brush. It's been gone for about a month now. I have no idea where it is. So I actually bought a new set just to get the brush, which kind of annoys me about Real Techniques because they have the sets, which is amazing, but I wish they sold the brushes individually as well, because if you lose one brush, you have to buy the whole set again, which is not very good sometimes, but it is good, but it's not good. Another eyeshadow brush that I love is this shadow brush by, it's a base shadow brush, I think. It's worn off, but it's a Real Techniques brush again. I really like this to just apply a shadow onto your eyelid, like pressing it down. It's really, really nice. It's really, really wide, and it's almost as big as my fingernails, but yeah, I really, really like that. One of my main eyeshadow brushes that I really like are these ones. This one is an E55 by Sigma, which is basically a T39 by MAC. I like this because I like the sharp edge that you can just apply like a straight line of shadow onto your crease, but also you can use it to do the whole lid if you want to. But another one that is quite similar is this one by BH Cosmetics, which they basically look the same, if you can see there, but yeah, pretty inexpensive. I love Sigma, their sets are great, and you can buy all their brushes individually as well. For applying like precise eyeliner, I love this brush by Real Techniques again. It's the accent brush. It's absolutely tiny. It makes my nail on my little pinky look huge. It's so tiny and it's so great for blending out eyeliner on the bottom lashes or the top liner on the top lashes. It's just a really great brush, and it's also good for applying inner corner highlight if you want to. And then I have these brushes here which I'm quickly going to talk about. This is an Eco Tools brush for eyeliner or powdering your eyebrows, and this is a MAC 266 as well. And I have this brush as well by BH Cosmetics, which is quite similar. They're all kind of angled brushes there, but this one especially is quite good. It's quite similar to the Accent brush by Real Techniques. So yeah, those are my brushes. I hope you enjoyed. I'm kind of rushing because they've got the battery sign flashing on my camera, so I don't want to be cut off. But yeah, those are my brushes. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will see you soon. Bye!